Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Brandon. I am a portrait photographer based out of New York. But I won't be shooting in this video, so if you are interested in seeing some of my work, head over to my Instagram or Twitter. It's @BrandonWoelfel. So I did a video similar to this last year where I went over the props I use in my photos and where you can get them. But a lot has changed since then, especially my gear. So in this video, I wanted to focus on what exactly is in my camera bag, so let's dive in. Side note, this video is not sponsored, but I will be leaving all the links to the products down below in case you are interested. Okay, oh my god. Okay, so everything you will see isn't what I bring with me on every single shoot, because of course things are subject to change whether I'm shooting a certain prop or concept, or if I'm literally just shooting in my room. I'm not bringing this giant thing with me. But this is a pretty average shoot day for me, minus a few things that I'm gonna go over. Well, first off is the camera bag itself, which I actually just got a few days ago. And this edition is the Langley Globetrotter. Now this has a waterproof body. It holds up to 5 lenses, a DSLR, and a laptop that is up to 15 inches. It also has some waist and chest attachments, which I honestly should use more of. And if you think this looks pretty familiar, well, my older bag, which I have right here, is also a Langley, but it's honestly just super worn out. The zipper is in shreds and doesn't close. Look at that. It's so bad. And I'd rather invest in a new camera bag than a new camera if it falls out. So we upgraded. So this bag has a ton of different side compartments and pockets, which I find absolutely perfect for the separation of props and lenses, but I'm sure it could be used in other ways for other creatives. But getting on to what's actually inside, I have my mirrorless Nikon Z7. So this is my current go-to camera body at the moment, but for those of you asking, I still do have my Nikon D850 and it serves as a backup for now. And as of recent, I've gotten a lot of questions on why I chose to upgrade and also just the differences between the two cameras, but I totally can make a whole separate video on that if you guys are interested. But with the Nikon Z7 being mirrorless, that essentially means that it does not use a mirror to reflect the image into the viewfinder, thus making the body itself super lightweight and perfect for on the go. So with my setup in particular, I do have the full frame lens mount attached, which means I can use my already existing Nikkor lenses, so they are compatible. But yeah, more details on the Z7 definitely coming soon. And for my camera strap, this one is from Lucky Camera Straps, and it even has my name on here, so we love that. Moving on to the lenses I bring with me on my shoots. Attached to my Nikon Z7 currently is my Nikkor 35mm 1.4. But the other lenses are in the lower compartment of my bag, so let's move on to that. Here she is. Right here we have the Nikon 58mm f1.4, which has somewhat replaced my 50mm f1.4, but don't tell her. For me, this one is a super reliable prime that renders out smooth portraits at a really nice focal length. On the other side, we have my 105mm f1.4. Occasionally, I'll actually leave this one home just because of the sheer weight and size. Also wide open at 1.4, this offers such a distinct look that it's also not always the vibe, you know? But when it is the vibe, it's a dope lens. And above that, we have the 85mm also at 1.4. Next thing we have is one of my hard drives. This is the Seagate external drive with a 2TB memory, and this only comes with me if I'm traveling or headed to a coffee shop to work, but my computer is at a constant state of having no memory, so this definitely comes in handy. Next to my hard drive we have the Bose SoundLink Micro Bluetooth speaker, which I actually got from them a while back when I was shooting for them. So thanks, Bose. But I think we all can agree that taking photos with music on just sets the vibe. Unless you're into complete silence when you shoot, I get that. But this is absolutely perfect when you're on location and just, want some tunes. Moving on, we have this little Kodak disposable camera. I think this is perfect for getting a different look when you're on your shoot. And also, with there only being 20-something shots on here, you shoot with more intention, so it's just a fun thing to have, The next thing in this general lower compartment of my bag is my ProPhoto A1 flash. As someone who doesn't normally incorporate flash into my work, I find this one acts as a super natural fill light if needed. More recently, I've definitely been bringing this along on my shoots. Jumping back to the top of the bag, I have my laptop in here. I feel like Mary Poppins, low-key. And this is another thing that really only comes with me when I travel, because normally I'm not editing DSLR photos on the go, but when I do, that was not a sly transition. I bring my Wacom Bamboo tablet with me, and this is the CTL 460 model. Tablets for me are an absolute necessity when I'm editing. They definitely take a bit of getting used to, but once you do, you'll feel so much control over what you're creating. It literally feels like you're drawing or painting on the actual image itself. But I actually only use this one when I am editing on the go. For when I edit at home, I have this one. So this one is the CTH 670 if you're interested. I can't edit without it, honestly. That's kind of a stretch, but. Jumping over to these side compartments, I have this Immuto portable charger. This one charges my phone up to almost 10 times. I honestly bring this everywhere with me, even when I'm not shooting. I don't know how she's so powerful, but she is. Definitely a necessity in any bag. With these side compartments holding more of my portable accessories, we have this RGB LED video light that I've been using in a ton of my recent images. And this one is from Mivitar. And even though this is on the pricier side, in the past I would literally just set a whole neon sign to create the same effect that this does. Because of how portable this one is, it's way worth it for me. So yeah. Last but not least, we have all the camera backups you could ever need. First off is this battery pouch, because personally I don't like using a battery grip directly on my camera. I tried it once and the setup for me was just way too bulky. So the compromise is this little pouch that holds all my extra ones. And I feel like this is the perfect replacement. Another one we have in here holds all my memory cards. Even though this has a ton of different slots for SD cards, the Nikon Z7 holds an XQD card, so I might have to find a replacement for this because they're a little bigger. And by the way, the battery pouch and the memory card holder are both also from Langley. Another thing I would totally bring with me when I shoot or when I travel is what I'm filming with right now. It is the Panasonic Lumix LX10, and that is attached to my Joby GorillaPod. And I find this little setup perfect for videos like this, vlogs, and just a little behind the scenes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys got a better insight on the gear I use. Leave a comment down below what is one essential for your camera bag, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. But with all of that, I will see you guys very soon. Bye!